Hey, fellow Schneider drivers, Friendly Bill coming at you. I like to make videos about things that happen to me, and maybe by making a video about something that's happened, maybe it can help another driver, or maybe some of you wise veteran drivers, or even new drivers who know the answer, can leave a comment and educate me. Um, I make mistakes. I've been driving for 4 years. I make mistakes. Mistakes happen. You try to minimize mistakes. The more you drive, you try to minimize things. So you should make less and less mistakes as you go on, but mistakes still happen. And I'm not exactly sure what happened. Long story short, I'm on my way down to Southern California, and I parked for the night. And when I got up this morning, I went to turn on the truck and it won't turn over. So it doesn't have enough juice or something. Um, the reason I'm a little confused about this is I've had this truck since it was brand new. It's got 150,000 miles on it, and I've shut it down and turned it on hundreds and hundreds of times, and have never had this issue. And there are safeguards in these new 2020 Cascadias, one being the progressive low voltage disconnect. And what that does is, let's say you've parked your truck, but you have some things on in the truck. What this system does is it recognizes voltage is getting low, and it'll shut down those systems. And if it gets lower, it'll shut down other systems. Basically, what it's doing is it's saving enough battery power to start the truck. And I've had a couple times where I noticed that I'm laying there and the lights will shut off, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's disconnecting these systems to save battery power. And I've always recognized that, and but I don't. I'm double careful usually. I don't leave things on. I don't power any kind of devices in here, like toasters or computers. I don't have stuff running in the truck. So the fact that this happened today was a surprise to me. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. But when something like this happens, you have a few options. Well, you have a few things you should do. One thing you should do is call emergency maintenance and tell them exactly where you are, what the problem is, blah, blah, blah. And you should also call your DBL and say, I'm broke down. This load, just giving you a heads up about this load. It might not get delivered on time. Um, uh, you know, so that's what's going on. I thought I understood the system, and I thought I had a good grasp of how it worked. But because I'm not able to start my truck this morning, and I haven't changed anything that I've done, I'm confused on what's happening. So that's why the cool thing I like to do, I like to educate myself when I have nothing else to do. And I like to educate myself all the time, even if I do have something to do. But I broke out the Cascadia 2020 Owner's Manual, and I'm just reading, and it's kind of verifying what I believe, that the truck has features to shut down systems if the battery is being drained. And this is just confirming what I thought. Another thing that has me confused is that when I look at the voltage available, it comes up as 11.7, which is pretty normal. That's a normal voltage, but it's not enough to turn over the engine. I've gone through all my regular starting procedures. It's in neutral. Everything is set the way it's normally set. But what's happening is when I turn the key, it tries to turn the engine over. It's kind of like, so the starter's like, it just doesn't have enough power to turn it over. So I'm not exactly sure what happened last night. If any of you have any ideas, any input on the problem, I appreciate it. You know, new drivers aren't the only ones that have hiccups. We all have hiccups. Sometimes it's our fault, sometimes it's not. But a hiccup is a hiccup. It's a hurdle that must be traversed. When things like this happen, of course, I'm, nobody likes to be stuck on the side of the road. This isn't pleasant. But I always try to look on the bright side of things. So, as I'm sitting here broke down, yeah, I wish I was rolling. I'm not making any money. Yeah, I wish this, I wish that. But the good thing is, I have plenty of water, okay? Water, if you're broke down, you can go a long time without food, weeks without food. But if you're without water, you are going to be in a hard way in just a day or two. That's why I always preach, carry gallons of water with you. I usually start the week out with 5 gallons of water. I drank all those over the last 2 weeks, so now I'm down to this. And this is going to have to last me for however long it takes him to get out here. It shouldn't take that long. I don't think it's going to take more than a day, but if it does, I have water. I also have plenty of food. Plenty of oranges, apples, peanut butter and jelly, cans of food. I have plenty of food. So it's not an issue. I'm not going to starve to death. I'm not going to dehydrate. It's just a time thing. So I'm looking on the positives. I have food. I have water. I have reading material. I have, my kids are okay. My kids are safe. My family is, for the most part, okay. I just try to focus on the positive things. There's no dwelling on the negative things. Everybody has to think about the negative things. That's how we overcome them. But to dwell on it for hours and hours without, I'm not in a position I can do anything about the negative stuff, so there's no point in dwelling on that. But anyway, this is a video. If you have any comments, leave them. Friendly Bill. Catch you on the flip flop.